Welding is actually very complicated work. Since there are a lot of different factors that could impact the quality of the weld. Here are 5 key factors to be considered when welding. Weldability of materials, joint design, surface preparation, environmental conditions, weld procedure. Let's look at them one by one, from the weldability of materials. The first factor to consider is the weldability of the base materials. For example, if the base metal has high carbon content, the parts may not weld properly, as these metals are crack sensitive, and their mechanical properties could change significantly after the welding. For example, older structural steel may have a high carbon content. The second factor is the joint design. The joint design includes factors like the joint shape, weld type, thickness, and weld access. For example, joint shapes are categorized into 4 main groups: T-joint, L-joint, lap joint, and butt joint. The weld type will be defined based on the joint shape. There are mainly 2 weld types: butt weld and fillet weld. Butt welds run the weld metal within the thickness of the plates. So, special joint preparation, like a butt or V-joint, is required before welding starts. While fillet weld is simply run along the outside of the plates. So, no special joint preparation is required, as the weld can run on the outside face of a T or lap joint as shown. It is important to note that the joint design also includes designing the geometry of the adjoining base plates. This is crucial in order to enable welding gun access at an appropriate angle, which is essential for producing a weld of excellent quality. Now let's look at the surface preparation. Surface preparation, like cleaning the joint, is another important factor to consider before welding, to remove all the grease and dirt, which could contaminate the weld, or tapering or chamfering the edge of the steel, for butt welding. The next is to consider environmental conditions. Environmental condition is a very critical factor, especially for welding on site. For example, moisture could impact the stored electrodes or consumables on site. And with too much moisture, they won't melt consistently during the weld. Or, welding in cold temperatures may require preheating the base metal. Otherwise, the significant temperature changes during the weld process could cause deformations in the metal. Also, when welding in windy weather, we should use wind shields around the welding areas, since the wind can impact the shielding gas of some equipment. And dust and other foreign material can contaminate the weld and impact its quality. Let's look at the last factor, weld procedure. It is crucial to have a comprehensive weld procedure that defines the basic weld settings, like arc voltage, amperage, and the weld gun's travel speed. In fact, incorrect weld procedures and incompetent welders are the main causes of weld defects. That is why it is crucial for extensive planning of welding work, ensuring all necessary qualifications, weld procedures, and weld maps are in place prior.